What up, guys? It's your boy Illinois Valley, and for those of you who do not know me, I am an ESO transfer. That's right, I played Elder Scrolls Online, where PvP was basically my endgame. I basically did nothing but PvP. And although I haven't quit ESO entirely, the game is so riddled with issues that I've decided to take a little break because why be frustrated with the game that you're supposed to find enjoyment in? So, here I am in Final Fantasy. And to be honest, when I started Final Fantasy, I had no plans on PvP because I was told it was fucking awful. And to be honest, when I first started, the, the PvP was pretty awful. And then 6.1 came, and they made some changes. And I gotta say, I fucking love them. These changes are amazing. Now look, I'm not no Final Fantasy expert by any means. I'm a sprout. I've been playing about a month now, I guess. I'm in Heaven's Ward. I'm not that far into the storyline. And yeah, I overleveled my samurai because I love playing it so much. That's fine because, do what you love, right? And I love it. And it's fun and I really want to get into the PvP scene. Like I really wanted to because I love PvP in general. I love it. It's just my style, my cup of tea, right? So at 6.1 they made some changes and basically they simplified your skills, right? They took away a bunch of skills, they took away a bunch of stuff on your hotbar, and to be honest with you, it makes the experience so much more enjoyable. And now I know not everybody is going to love this, and you're probably like, "Oh, Illy, you're new and you weren't used to all your buttons or yada yada yada. Maybe you're just so happy it's simple and they took away some of the difficulty and yada." No, in PvP, it's a flyby situation where you have to act quickly, and to have so many buttons to memorize and so many buttons to get to just maybe kill like one player is actually just very inefficient. It's just not good gameplay. Now look, I'm not even going to compare this to ESO, but ESO has PvP unlike any game I've ever played. It's amazing. And you have what are called like bars. You have a front bar and a back bar. And for most people, you set up your front bar to be on the offensive, you set up your back bar to be on the defensive, right? Where your buffs and your heals are. With this simplified mechanics in PvP and Final Fantasy, I have set up one hot bar to be my offensive and one hot bar to be my defensive, and I can fit them all on one hot bar, and it's amazing. And it's literally changed my playstyle and my gaming like entirely. I went from going into front lines and winning, or not winning. I mean, I went into front lines maybe getting one kill and like 8 deaths and a handful of assists. And as you can see, I did one of the ranked matches and then I did one of the frontline matches on the first day of the changes. And in my first front lines, yeah, it isn't great. I think I went 5-4 and like I had like 15 assists. Now it isn't great, but think about that turnaround. I went from one kill and 8 deaths and a handful of assists to actually helping my team. Like I felt like I was actually helping my team, all because these changes in 6.1. So from a new player's wow, I can't talk. From a new player's perspective, ignore that last part. I tend to have little fumbles and I don't take them out because I like to be genuine, right? But anyway, from a new player's perspective, I think these new changes are fantastic. I think for all the players that have been playing for 10 plus years, I think that if you didn't enjoy PvP because of the button bloat, that's what they call it, button bloat. I'm new. I'm a sprout. I am sprout. I think you should come back into PvP and give it a shot. I think you might actually really enjoy the simplified pleasure of of just being able to kill people now, right? Without having to overthink your buttons. Yes, they changed the health caps, but I think it doesn't make a difference because people are just as easy to kill as before. Yes, you have defensive skills now, which are absolutely amazing, but I think that adds like diversity to the PvP experience. And not everybody's going to know how to do a lot of that at first, like when to, when not to, when to heal, when not to heal. I actually honestly pre-buff into an attack or pre-heal into an attack, knowing that I'm going to take damage myself, but I can go in and do damage and kind of, monitor their health bar whilst I monitor my health bar. And it just makes this game so much better. So what I'm trying to say is PvP in Final Fantasy dead? No. In fact, when the patch dropped, I've never seen the Wolf's Den so populated. Like, I couldn't even see my character walking around because there was just that many people in my way. And it was insane. And maybe I will add a clip of that here at the end of the video so you just all can see how dead PvP truly is, right? I think these new changes will actually revitalize some people for Final Fantasy XIV PvP. I think they're fantastic. I'm very happy. I get to PvP in a game that I never thought I was going to really enjoy PvP in. I'm actually really enjoying it now. I think the new crystal like currency, I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head. I'm sorry, please apologize. But I think that new currency and the new rewards is really fantastic. It's really not even like asking you for ridiculous amounts of experience to do it too. Like, it unlocks fairly quickly. It's basically, you just kind of gotta play like a little more consistent than you normally would, but you don't have to be hardcore PvP to unlock certain things in the new currency. So I think that's fantastic. And I think some of the rewards that the currency unlocked is really fantastic. For example, I got the wolf barding from my chocobo, and I fucking love it. I think it looks really badass. And it was only 1,000 crystals, which I thought was pretty amazing. Like, it's pretty fair, right? A barding for 1,000 crystals, which I think I got my first match of the day. So, like, super easy there, right? Not asking for too much out of me. And I just think it's awesome. Like, I'm really enjoying PvP now. Like, ever since the patch dropped, I've been a little more consistent with my PvP. I've been going in there like 3-4 times a day, sometimes even more. I know the first night I played ranked matches pretty much the whole night, and I absolutely loved it. I've never done ranked matches before, so it took me a minute to realize I had to push the crystal into enemy territories. So I did less kiting. Like, as you see in the beginning of the video, I did a lot of kiting, but I do a lot less of that now that I understand the objective, and I think it's fun. I think it's really quick. Like, the matches go pretty quick. I don't think I've had a match go longer than 10 minutes. I mean, they're pretty quick. And with the population the way it is right now, everybody PvPing, my queues are instant. As soon as I queue up, I'm in a match. It's pretty fantastic. I know that won't last. I know that's kind of just because everything's new and everybody's trying to get those new rewards. But I don't think it'll die down as much as it has in the past. I think people are in now. I think they're getting their toes in the water, and I think they're enjoying themselves. I think they'll stick around. I think anybody that kind of was lukewarm on PvP, I think will be revitalized here with these changes. So I think PvP is very much alive, and I don't think it's shit at all. I thought it was shit, but the patch has definitely brought me back around. Like, I'm changing my tune, guys. I might be a Final Fantasy XIV PvP nerd. Now, of course, with all that said, I'm going to work on my MSQ first and just keep that going, because I really am enjoying the storyline, and I really do enjoy all of it. Like, I'm invested now in some of these characters. My character is invested in these characters, which makes me feel invested, and I think that's just a really clever way of going about a storyline. And with that, guys, I'm going to end this video, and then at the very end, I'll throw in my experience with the Wolf Den. Alright, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Peace.